continua. Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, despite the Chilean bicentenary celebration of mainstream Republican achievements and aspirations, the Mapuche nation have little to celebrate, while still denied their right to develop in accordance with traditional spiritual values. Thus, Chile remains in contravention of the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples and ILO Convention 169, adopted by the state in 2008. The Mapuche nation's legitimate ancestral territory had been successfully ecologically sustained in accordance with Mapuche spiritual values through thousands of years prior to the arrival of European settlers. However, since the forced genocidal annexation of Mapuche territory in the 1860s, the republics have progressively laid claim to the resources contained therein, giving rise to a sustained national resistance by the Mapuche people. On July 12, 2010, 35 indigenous Mapuche political prisoners, including 2 minors, committed to hunger strike in order to highlight the historic abuses of their people under internationally condemned Chilean anti-terrorist law. Today represents day 72 of their protest, with 4 members already urgently admitted to hospital, suffering from symptoms of heart failure. In contravention of the Malta Declaration, the Chilean state have applied for permission to force-feed strikers, an action which Amnesty International cites as tantamount to torture. To date, the Chilean government have refused to engage in meaningful dialogue with the strikers until they end their protest, despite pressure from MEPs and Chilean MPs. There are currently 31 Mapuche on probation, 57 held in detention by the Chilean state. Of these, 30 are charged under anti-terrorist law as a result of their protest in defence of Mapuche ancestral territory against the economic interests of landowners of European descent, national and multinational forestry, farming, extraction and energy corporations, without the free and informed prior consent required under international law. The militarisation of Mapuche regions, simultaneous trial in both military and civil courts, pre-trial detention, the use of faceless witnesses, application of anti-terrorist law and the incarceration of indigenous leaders and their families by successive Chilean governments must cease with immediacy in order to restore democracy for all under Chilean state law.